Hi everybody, it's me, Monica, and welcome to another speed build. So today we are going to be doing a Vatore family house on 30 by 20 lot in the Forgotten Hallow. And originally the Vatore family was on 30 by 30 lot in the Forgotten Hallow, but I decided to give them a new home rather than the renovation because I just didn't like their house. So basically the Vatore family is the family that we've got with the Sims 4 Vampire game pack. And there are brother and sister called Lilith and Caleb. I don't know much about them, but the thing that I know is that they don't get along with Vlad, and that they are actually almost like vampire vegetarians, so they don't drink plasma without other Sims' consent, and they're good vampires. Lilith is very outgoing and active, creative Sim who likes people, and Caleb is more like materialistic, ambitious type of person, but both of them, they have like an alternative style into them, I would say it like that. Caleb almost looks gothic / emo to me a little bit, and also Lilith, it looks more like a rocker type of vampire. So I tried to incorporate all of the elements that I know about them into this house basically. So maybe you can notice, but this is not a Victorian house. This is the house that I found on Pinterest, and if I'm not mistaken, it's like a French type of build, but it was an art, so I'm not sure if this house really exists or not, but I really wanted to make it different than other houses that I make in Forgotten Hallow, and all of the other builds here in my Forgotten Hallow are super dark, gray, very gothic-like, and this one I wanted to make it a little bit lighter and a little bit, I don't know how would I even call it, more alternative, a bit different. It's even a little bit modern, stylish, and I'm really hoping that you're going to like it because I don't know much about Vatore family. I don't think that they have a long history in The Sims 4, like, I don't know, the God family, for example, but I still kind of wanted to bring their character into this house, if that makes sense. And also, I was changing it quite a lot. Now is much lighter than it's going to be afterwards. Afterwards, I change it in a little bit of a darker swatch. Because I remember that I'm still in the Forgotten Hallow, and it's not okay to go too light with the vampire house. But also these windows that you can see in here, those are the Berlin windows from Felix Andre, and I love them to death. They look amazing on this build, but I had a little bit of a problem with those windows. Well, I noticed that they're all white from the inside of the house, so from the outside they're in all kinds of swatches, like all shades of browns and lighter colors and everything, but from the inside they're white. So I changed them in completely black swatch because that one was the only one that didn't have white in the inside. I really didn't want to change the windows because I really like them so much in here. And also you can see that I added a little basement as well in here. I think that a lot of people likes to have a basement in the vampire house. I don't know, I just got a lot of comments in on my YouTube, like, why didn't you incorporate the basement and things like that in Vlad house, for example. And this time I decided to incorporate a little basement. I think that Lilith's and Caleb's house originally don't have any basement or any coffins in the basement. They have only beds, but I decided to give them coffins as well, just in case. And also I just used some little things here and there to make that basement look a little bit more used and interesting, not just like place where the coffins are, you know what I mean. So as you can see, we don't have a huge garden in here. I didn't put much. I didn't put any outdoor activities or anything like that because they're vampires. They're active during the night, so I don't think that they're actually, you know, chilling outside on the sun and making food and things like that. So I just basically put this little table over here and just a bench, and also this fountain that you can see over here, and just little things here and there. And also I really liked these flowers, and they're actually base game. I would probably say that they're from the debug section. I'm not entirely sure, but I never used them before. And for this build, they looked so awesome, just like that pinkish reddish color, and how that color goes with this beautiful red brick. I don't know, I just really liked it. Usually in the vampire houses I just go fully on green, maybe some whites, but this time I really liked how that turned out, so I really wanted to use some of those flowers in there. So here we are in the interior of this house finally, and I decided to start with the kitchen because I really prefer to start with the kitchen. I don't know why, that's just my thing. I think there is not really a super important reason why is that so. And I also changed this kitchen quite a bit. I changed the position of these cabinets, and yeah, I was wandering around a lot basically, but I combined new Octave kitchen from Harry, and I combined it with this Paris kitchen from Felix Andre, and I really like the combination. I think it's not something that typical other people would combine. Maybe I wouldn't as well, but I just wanted to do something interesting and different with this vampire kitchen because sometimes I have a feeling that I don't have much to do with the vampire kitchen, if you know what I mean. Like, they don't really use kitchens, maybe a fridge to put their plasma there or something. But I think that they don't use a kitchen much. Even though it says that Caleb is foodie, so I don't really understand what that means. So guys, if you know more about their story than me, please tell me. I really want to know more. I just couldn't find more information that I just told you here in this video. So yes, I basically combine a lot of different elements that I could find. Also, first I use these beautiful tiles from Pierre Sim's Winter Garden. But I used it so much. I used those tiles so much that I really just got a little bit tired of them and I wanted to change them up. So at the end, I'm going to put black and white tiles from the game, and I think that I didn't show it off in here actually. I think that I changed them when I started to do around the house tour. Um, but basically, I used the tiles that you are going to see in the bathroom later on. Basically, what we have in this house is two bedrooms, of course, one for Caleb, one for Lilith. We have one bathroom only, but we have one activity room where we have organ and chess table as well, because I noticed that in their original house that they have organ and chess, so I really wanted to incorporate that as well into this house. After the activity room, we have library, of course, my favorite. Of course, kitchen plus dining room. We have living room and basement. You were able to see that before. And also, I made a very, very small yoga room in the tower because Lilith is an active sim and she likes to exercise. So I thought, okay, maybe gym for vampires, that really doesn't have any sense. I think that they're super strong naturally and they don't need, the gym. But I thought that yoga is probably a good creativity for anybody, including vampires. Maybe if she wants to chill out, relax, stretch a little bit, yoga would be perfect activity for that. So I decided to include that into this house as well. So here we are in the dining room. Is not super big dining room and it's actually a sunroom. But as you can see, since this is a vampire house, I decided to put a lot of black curtains on this open windows that I included in here, because I think it wouldn't be very realistic for the vampires to have a lot of light inside of their home. So most of the windows are hided or just partly hided, but they definitely have black curtains everywhere. So I'm hoping that makes sense, basically. This is like a little entrance to the house. I didn't do much. I basically just hanged some clothes in here and I put this I combined these two tables in here in the middle of this awkward looking room, but I definitely didn't do any justice in here. There is no activity, there is not enough space, so it's basically just some decorations here and there that actually they have sense. And here we are in the bathroom. As I said, we have only one bathroom and this is the one. Of course, I needed to include the bathtub because vampires in the bathtub. I just cannot see vampires having a shower. I don't know, is that just me, but it is what it is. And also I used this fountain from the romantic garden as always. I literally used that fountain in every single vampire house that I made. because it just fits so well in here and it's adorable, and I really need more fountains like that. I actually said to the King Falcon that I need more fountains like that. How much? That's how much I need them. So I'm really hoping for more in the future, because we really have quite a lot fountains, like regular fountains. So I need something different. And we are here in this dark little library. It's not huge, but it has a lot of books for Caleb, so he can study and be ambitious about his vampire life. So I definitely wanted to include the library into this house. And also I put a lot of books and bookshelves as well in Caleb's room, because I just see him as that type of sim who has a lot of things to do, and he really likes to read and learn a lot. So that was just his vibe in my head, I would say it like that. And this is that little activity room that I was telling you about. It doesn't have a lot of space or anything, but I included the chess table, as I said, and organ, because they have those two things originally in their home. So I really didn't want to take that away from them. I already took one extra room that they have in their original house, and I took them some space because this lot is smaller than the lot they had for their original house. But I just thought that their original house has too much space. It wasn't cluttered at all and everything. You know how EA houses usually look like. So I really wanted to change that, basically. And I wanted to give them less space but better used space, and I think that I totally achieved that. So that's good. And we are here in the Lilith's room. It's a very dreamy room. It's very like sensual female room, I would say it like that. It's not very girly. It's pretty dark. It's quite alternative, and it's also quite historical. So that was basically the style that I was going for with Lilith's room. Also, I did this little trick with these mirrors, so maybe you can do something like that on your vanity tables. I think it looks super adorable, and I think that I'm going to use that trick again. I remember that I used a similar thing with Bella Goth's vanity table, but it was different mirrors in the combination, so it didn't look exactly the same. But this one looks even more beautiful to me, if you ask me. So yeah, and this is my third renovation actually, and all of the three. No, I almost thought that the God family was also here in the Forgotten Hallow, but no. But we had the God family, we had Vlad's renovation, and now we had Vatore family renovation, or yeah, it's not a renovation technically, but you know what I mean. So definitely tell me in the comments what is the next family that you would like to see here on my channel. I don't know much about families in The Sims, unfortunately. I just know a few of them, but I would definitely love to learn more. So definitely gave me some ideas for some families so I can check them out and figure out how their style should look like. Also, when I finished this house, I learned that Lilith actually doesn't like paintings, and I didn't even think about it because she's a creative sim and it didn't have any sense to me at all. But I didn't include the paintings in the Lilith's room. But if you play with her and she really dislikes all the art that I included into this house, definitely erase it, change it with something. I don't know what to say. I cannot see myself building houses with no artwork in them, so I decided to incorporate some artwork anyways. So, as I said, if you're playing Lilith and she's very annoyed with all of those paintings, just remove them or something. And here we are in our little yoga tower. I called it like that. As you can see, there is not much to it, but it still looks super cozy, super cute, and with all this candle lights and everything, I think it's a perfect place to practice yoga. And here we are in the last room of this house, and that's actually a basement. And as you can see, I used a lot of Realm of Magic things over here because I thought they look just so cute in this vibe, and all these little bottles and books and just those type of little things I can definitely imagine in the Empire's basement. So that's what I incorporated, as I said. And also I put these two coffin beds here so they can fall asleep till the end of the eternity. So that's it. Okay, guys, that was all from me for today. I just wanted to say thank you once again for all of your kind comments, and for all of you who are new in here, please subscribe to my channel if you like what I'm doing, and I'm sending you a lot of kisses, and I cannot wait to see you again very, very soon. Bye bye, you guys.